So today's book, Migrar, is a realistic fiction. It's a narrative of a story of a young boy who actually migrates to the United States. So if you cannot see this, this book is, let's see, I'm 5 foot. This book is at least 4 feet long. And it's done this way because this, like I said, Tecolote is a very amazing publisher that really gets into the bilingual, bicultural aspects, and this book is done in Aztec codice. So the Aztecs were the native people of the area in Mexico and slightly south, and they used to write in this style, this long format, and then the print is done as well. That's not Aztec codice, but the print is done amazingly well. I'm going to read you part of this story, but I will not read it all to you because, well, one, I don't need to cry, but two, it takes a while. So one of the things I want to point out to you that you can't see because you're at home is that this story has this child in it. Do you see him? And he is actually on each of the panels throughout the story. So this book, what grade would I recommend it for? I would recommend this book for any age person, human on earth, because it has the Where's Waldo aspect, or the finding, which is a great skill for our little ones, right? For my son who's 3, he needs to look. This might be a little bit too detailed for them, but it's something great to point out. And I just read him Goodnight Moon last night, and that's another one where they're looking for that mouse. This is that concept, looking for the mouse, and knowing that books and pictures give us clues. And so developing that all the way up to adults, this book is amazing for its narrative, understanding the Aztec codice and the experience of the child. So I'd recommend this for any age because of that. And let me share with you the first line. Yo jugaba a correr entre gallos y cochinos. Los animales andaban sueltos porque en el pueblo no había corrales ni bardas entre las casas. De un lado del pueblo está la sierra y del otro el mar. So this starts out describing the setting, and you can really feel that you are in the countryside. You're between the sierras, the mountains, and the mar, the sea. And so you can almost smell the sea about how beautiful it is. Mi papá sembraba sandías y arbolitos de papaya. My father worked growing papaya trees and watermelons. And he goes on to talk about his father's work in the fields and how immediately, very quickly, the work dried up and there wasn't any work. So his father left. And then soon his father stopped sending money, and so they needed to leave. And so this is the story of this young man's journey, and it's narrated by him. You can hear who the narrator is, his journey in finding his father. And I'm just going to narrate it. They start off, and they're still in the campo. And then they leave and they start to journey and they get on the bestia. So when we're talking about sounds, hearing the sounds of the bestia is really amazing. And I can hear the sounds right now of my son, and so hopefully he won't come interrupt, but it might happen. Won't be a first. And then you can see that they ride the bestia, and then they eventually cross the border. And look at that, there is a wall. Interesting. And then once they cross, they get into the city and they end up in Los Angeles. And their goal here is for them to find his father and for them to be reunited with their family. And that is the story of many of our people who come to the United States, right? Their goal is to be reunited with their families so that their families can be together and they can seek work. Oh, it's okay. I wanted to show you all of it, but we've got a little bit of this. There we go. At the end of this story is an amazing text talking about the author, the illustrator, and also the experiences of children. And if you're not familiar with Enrique's journey, the work of journalist Sonia Nazarino, her story also illustrates it. This is an amazing warm-up book to that if you're going to use it in high school. This is an incredible starter to get the conversation going and to really discuss and share stories. It's also done beautifully in the narrative form. So this is the book Migrar. If you have not seen it or read it, please go to booksdelsur.org. Check out Migrar, and it's $24.99 in our store. Please order them. Send them to your senator. Send them to someone so that they can hear the story of many of our children's lives here in the United States who have immigrated. This is the book Migrar. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for joining me on Libros de Lunes. I hope that you open a book and open yourself up to a whole new world. Take care.